Hi, sweet family. Welcome. Welcome to Sweet Honey's Naturals, where we do anything natural. So, today, if you wanted another DIY recipe, well, that's what I have for you today. Today, I'm going to do one of my recipes that I've been doing for quite a number of years. I remember when I put my soaps on Facebook, somebody commented and said to me, "You still use bar soaps?" And I've never really stopped using bar soaps because I prefer the bar soaps than the body wash and all that. I mean, there was a time when I was using Dr. Miracle's body wash that works pretty good. But for the majority of the time, I just make my own DIY soap blends. But I use a melt and pour soap because I am not in an area where I can use the lye and all of that because that's a lot of fumes and everything. So I take the easy route out and I do my melt and pour, but then I just add what I want to add to it. So today, what we are going to be looking at, two different ways of doing turmeric soap, right? Turmeric and neem soap. Because normally I would just do the turmeric, but today I decided to blend the two, turmeric and neem, because turmeric is good for evening out skin tone, hyperpigmentation, things like that. And this neem that I did in this oil comes all the way from Barbados. A young lady, because we have lots of neem trees down there, so what she did was obviously pick some of the neem and then dried it and brought it all the way to Florida and then posted it over here to me. So I thought that was very nice of her. And I thoroughly appreciate that. So I have to send some stuff for her. I haven't forgotten her. She probably thought I forgot her, but I haven't forgotten her. So this neem oil, is done with the fresh leaves from Barbados. And then I have another neem oil that that is done with the neem powder, which that one is more potent, it's more green, everything. So this is my turmeric oil that I am going to be putting in as well. And then I also have the turmeric powder and the neem powder. So we're going to be trying, I never tried this before, so I'm trying it with you. We are going to be doing these two different blends and things like that together. And I'm going to be using some glycerine soap today, some clear glycerine soap base. And I also have some goat milk, but I might not use the goat milk today because the goat milk gives it a different color, different texture, so I want to try something. So let's get started with our recipe. Enough chit chat. This was my intro. It was a little long, but and another thing that I'm going to try putting in is some kojic acid, because I see there's some soaps out there that have the kojic acid. I'm going to try the kojic acid because what it does, it evens out skin tone and it is good for your skin overall. So we need to do is wintertime, and we need to do something with our skin. So the first batch I'm going to do is going to be with the oils. The second batch I'm going to do is going to be with the powders. So we're going to test and see which one we like better. So I love the glycerine soap base. It smells so nice. Not smell like if it has a fragrance, because it doesn't really have a fragrance, but I just like it. So we are going to cut up our soap. I'm going to turn the camera around, and then we're going to get started. For thing, I've been doing this for about 8 years or so, and I've never shared this on camera before, and that is so weird. I would share pictures when I do my different colors or whatever. I never shared making of the actual thing, you know. So, and these are my soap molds. Had these for quite a number of years. And what I normally do is to spray them, and then let me get some paper towel. Spray them with my alcohol. And then this is another one. These are pretty. Yeah, I had these molds for probably quite a number of years. Next time we come back to do our soap, we're gonna make some. If you want to see that, let me know. We're gonna make some marble soap. My daughter and I used to make those years ago when she used to be, you know, more involved. We're gonna melt this all down now, and I just put it in the microwave on 30-second bursts, and that's what I'm gonna do. This only took, you know, a minute and 30 seconds to melt. Now the essential oils I have here is gonna be frankincense, and I have some rose. And I like this rose because this rose is a small one, but so it doesn't last very long. But it is very, 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 very nice, the smell. Now, first of all, just make sure before you put the essential oils in that your soap is not too hot. So we're just gonna put in some of this turmeric oil. Okay. And this is my turmeric oil that I would cook with sometimes. And then, oh, I didn't realize I put in so much. Look, the color of it already. And it is gonna be nice and crystal. It's going to be a nice color. And then we are going to put in some of our moringa. So the beautiful thing about this is that this is going to have the color of the turmeric, but not the moringa. So this is 1.5 tablespoons of oil. And I think that's all I'm going to put in because I don't want it to stop sudsing. And I don't know how strong that is. Then I am going to put in my frankincense in there because it's nice and cool. It's not too hot. So I put in my frankincense. Sometimes if with the essential oils, if you put them in too early, your things don't have any scent. That's why a lot of people like to use. That's why a lot of people like to use the fragrance oils. But I'm not using any fragrance oils in this. And once again, as I always tell y'all, this whole thing that I'm doing is strictly for informational purposes only. And if you feel that you might be allergic to something that I'm using here, just don't. I don't even know why I choose those 2 scents. I don't know why I choose those 2 scents, but I just decided to do them. I just decided to do the 2 of those. I'm not sure if they blend very well together, but you could use whatever scent you want. Now, these are, let me pull this so that you can see. Now, this cutting board, I only use it for making my soaps. So I'm going to leave these molds on this cutting board for the soaps to harden because it's already getting a little hard for the soaps to harden. And then I will be right back for us to do our second. Oops. Put a little bit too much in that one. All right. So they're so pretty. That is our first one. So it will leave that right there. And I normally spray it with some alcohol to get those bubbles out, because if you don't spray it with the alcohol, those bubbles would stay there. So let's try our second one. And I can see the oil droplets on the top. So I've never done it with the oil before. So our second set is almost melted. It's not warm at all. So we are going to put our herbs in here now. So I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of my turmeric, or you can put, I'm putting 1/2 teaspoon because sometimes it just gets too dark. So I remember when I was growing up, my grand used to bathe with pear soap. Every time she took a shower, she bought nothing else but pear soap. So I always thought it was so pretty. Pear soap is normally so pretty. I don't know how it's made, but it's very pretty. And I find that turmeric makes things pretty as well. So I'm going to put like 1/2 of a teaspoon of moringa as well. And the next thing that I'm going to put in here is my kojic acid. My moringa is not dissolving. Yeah, I'm not putting in a lot because once again, if you're somebody that might be allergic to moringa, because sometimes if you're sensitive, it could burn your skin or something, but it is good for so much things. It's good for a lot of bacteria on the skin, in the hair. It's good for lice. You know, it's good for the tooth. If you have gingivitis, it's good for that. Well, this kojic acid came with one of these little spoons, so I'm just using one. Right? I don't know if one is enough, but I'm using that for now. And I know this video might be slightly long, but that's because we're doing two different blends. So maybe slightly long. And I put it to the back of my board. So the next thing that I am going to thing it with, this is some sweet orange. I just poured it. Some sweet orange essential oil. Because sweet orange smells so nice, especially when you put it in a body oil or a hair oil. It smells so nice. I like sweet orange. So let's bring our other ones back here. I had them there by the window. They're already hardening. Put you there. This is just because the moringa just clumping up. Maybe I should have put the moringa in some water first. What do you think? For those of you that know, because normally I just put it in my soaps, but I never saw it clump up like this. But maybe I should do it in a little bit of water first, and then put it in so that the water, some hot water, could dissolve it. What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. Next time I try it that way, with a little bit of hot water first. All right. Our soaps are done. So let me spray this and get out those bubbles. So you see how the bubbles just disappear? We don't want bubbles. So I'm going to let these harden, and then I'll be right back to show you the end result, because I'm excited too. So we are going to be back here to look at our soaps. Now, this is the soap that we did with the oils, right? They are very, very beautiful. If you look at them, you'll see how beautiful they are. They're very beautiful. But one thing I did notice is that, is that the oil settled, some of the oil settled to the top of the soap. But they are pretty. So, as I said, this was something I was trying. And I'm sure that when you go and you start to bathe with them, that they'll be fine. But they are pretty. But as I said, look, see the oil settle to the top of this soap. So I'm not sure if I would do it with the oils again. All right, but they are very pretty. Now, these are the ones, so that was just a little end. These are the ones that we did with the powders. Now these are fine. They are beautiful as well. So let me know which one you like the best. I like the ones, the one with the oil is so pretty. But the one with the powders, that is pretty too, but in a different way. But let me know which one you like the best and which one you think we should work with. I probably might try it with the oils again, but the ones with the powders, they are very pretty. So this is it. These are our soaps. So thank you so much for joining me. And now we have some soaps to bathe with. All right. So have an awesome, awesome rest of the week. And until I see you again next time, I am Annie. Continue to spread the love. And this has been our making of soap day. I have some cute little boxes that I put my soaps in as well. I don't have them here in front of me now, but I have some cute little boxes. So these as well are nice gift ideas. You can't go wrong in giving somebody a homemade soap, although it's melt and pour, but it is still homemade because you did the blends. You did what you had to do. So thank you once again for joining me. And remember, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone. And if you are not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. And thank you again for returning if you are a returning subscriber.